So longevity, I was chatting with a patient yesterday, and she was talking about bone density scan. And so there was a great lesson in this that I wanted to share with you today as I'm headed down to the space. And hopefully you guys can hear me. It's raining here, which April showers, spring May flowers, and also early May showers will also help with that. So anyway, happy Tuesday. It's Dr. Erica Peabody. And so the conversation yesterday I was having with a patient sort of sparked me to really think about this. And I don't know, for those of you out there, if you know that one of my colleagues and I come on to actually YouTube, but we stream it live through Facebook as well. Every Thursday we have a podcast. And we talk about about 30 to 40 minutes. We talk about what's most relevant in our practice that week, as well as health and healing and life and living tips, which, as you know, the life tip of the day that I do every single day for the last 15-ish years is always out there every single day. So, but this conversation was about a bone density scan. Now, this patient, I don't obviously have my computer in front of me, and I don't really necessarily focus in on people's ages when I'm in practice. And this is just because, like, the human body is the human body, and age is, like, I had this woman in yesterday, and she was 61, and she looks like mid-40s. I'm like, are you really 61? She's like, yeah. I'm like, well done. Anyway, this other one I've been seeing for years, she came in and she was talking about her bone density scan. So something about her dental work a few years ago sparked the doctor to then send her off for a bone density scan because she was losing density in her teeth. And so she did the DEXA scan and got to the fact that there was some bone loss, osteopenia, and some bone lack of integrity into osteoporosis. So there's two levels. Osteopenia just means weak bones. That means some of the calcification is lost. And then osteoporosis is otherwise deeper. And so anyway, neither here nor there, except for it sparked up the conversation. And yes, I work on patients with both of those conditions, and it really helps just to kind of keep the body moving forward. So we were chatting about it, and she says to me, because she's a yoga, she's I want to say she's early 60s, this particular one. She's a yoga instructor. She gardens. She eats really well. She takes super great care of herself, super great care of her body, and she's really aged well. And she has some bone loss. So she said, she said the doctor was talking about a couple different supplements, her MD. And then she said there was, she said the only other thing you can do is take medication. And my patient was like, I'm not going to be medicated for that. So we got into that conversation. She said, I have this friend that started taking the medication, and because of the side effects, she stopped taking it almost as soon as she started taking it. And she said she didn't like what happened to her body within just a couple of days, which it's some things to think about, some things to consider. I'm not telling you what to do with your medications, but there's some things to consider, right? So we talked about a few supplements, but then she said, so this friend of hers got on the medication and within days got off of it. And I said, well, what does she do? What does she do now? How is she getting around in her world? Like, what is happening? And she said she's 10 years older, and basically she spends her days trying not to fall. And I got to tell you guys, and we talk about this, we'll talk about this every week, but it's what I talk about with my patients every single day, is like, you really need to be out there optimizing and maximizing your body's ability to get through the world every single day so that you have independent living for as long into your life as you're living, right? So I was talking to her, and she said, that is absolutely no way to live. But she said to me, well, what can I do? Because she's like, I don't want to walk around like my friend does without being able to really experience life. I don't want to walk around in fear that I'm going to fall. And so my suggestions, obviously, to her is the only other thing aside from what she's already doing is a couple supplement products, but also adding weightlifting. She does a ton of yoga, a ton of walking, but adding regular weights into her life is going to be really, really helpful. And I'm sorry, we don't get to ever stop. And I will constantly and continuously and probably get louder on my soapbox about taking care of this beautiful vehicle that we've been given every single day. So I was listening to this podcast yesterday, and it was talking about really healthy people get their dopamine hits off of really healthy things like working out and going out and being in nature and, laying in the grass and spending time playing with their children, their grandchildren, or just playing in general. And so one of the things that's unhealthy people do is they get their dopamine hits off of sitting and scrolling and sitting on the couch and in front of TV and eating really crappy food. So where are you getting your dopamine hits? What are you doing to optimize your health every day? Because we cannot be the ones out there trying to not fall. So a couple things I told my patient to do. She's already a yogi. So I said, all of your balancing postures that you do in your yoga classes, those are what's going to keep you on your feet. Those are what's going to keep you to be able to keep your balance. Those are what's going to keep you from falling in the first place. Mindfulness in your days, that's going to keep you from tripping and falling over something because you're trying to do too much. Mindfulness is going to keep you on your feet during your days. So that is number 2. Weightlifting. Push your body. We can grab 5-pound hand weights and do a little bit of a little bit of like biceps curls, triceps, a little bit of whatever, but you need to push your body every single day. You need to not lift the 5-pounders. You need to grab the 8-pounders, the 10-pounders, the 12-pounders. Max your body out inside of what you're doing, because who else is going to do it for you? Who else is going to do it? One of the greatest things that happens to my patients that are dealing with major injury or like healing from surgery is they have to go to PT. PT keeps you accountable 3 times a week for 6 weeks. And hopefully inside of that PT time frame, you're also creating new habits for yourself. Now, we can all work together. But what I want to encourage you is to look around in your life and look for ways. Are you trying to not fall, or are you trying to maximize your body's ability to deal with your day, get through your day, and give to your day? That's my biggest question for you today. And, there's so many things that we talk about on Thursday on our podcast. We are live streaming here, but you can go to my YouTube page, our collaborative YouTube page. So my YouTube page is Dr. Erica Peabody. Our collaborative YouTube page is called Chiropractic is Sexy, because getting around in your world where you're feeling good, you're able to move, you're able to stretch and play and do all the things and live really healthy and get through cold and flu season faster and all the things. Like, there's nothing that's sexier than that, right? And so that's why we call it that. And we just have a blast getting on there and riffing together, Dr. Paula and I, every Thursday. So I want to encourage you to join us there. But thank you for joining here. I am almost down to the space today. I'm here at 11 to 3:30 every Tuesday. It's down in the Brighton Howell area. I'm about a mile west of the 96 Grand River interchange at the space, which is a yoga studio down here. So anyway, that's where I'm about to go. It is Lou's birthday, so not that you're going to see that kid today, because he's not with me, and he's with one of his favorite dog sitters today. He's actually with Lisa today. But it is his 6th birthday. He makes me really think about mortality a lot, and his in particular, and he better live forever, right? So, but what are you doing to get out there and maximize your body's ability to get through your days and also give to your days? So I am pulling into Simply Fresh down here in Brighton, which I freaking love this place. Grabbing some good high protein, clean food for the afternoon, which I love supporting this place. So anyway, what are you doing? What are you doing to make sure you're not just trying to not fall today? What are you doing? Can you do your dishes standing on one foot? Can you read a book on one foot balance. I don't know. What are you doing? So anyway, just wanted to give you that little message today. And I love you guys so much, and have the best Tuesday.